Hello everyone, Chaos here, and welcome to another old school RuneScape video. If you don't like Hunter, there's no better time to train than now. And if you like Hunter, there's no better way to train than now. The Hunter Guild and Hunter Rumours came to revolutionize how we gain experience, and although we are technically doing the same, it's now a lot more fun, interactive, meaningful, and most importantly, fast. In today's video, I will tell you everything I have learned about the Hunter Rumours, so you can level up to 99 without too much effort. Fellas, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe with notifications on, and to drop a like for the YouTube algorithm. We're closing in on 80,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate it a whole ton. You can also join our Discord with the link in the description if you have any further questions. Even the Hunter Rumor sounds pretty straightforward, like go here and hunt this creature until you get a special item and to bring it back for more experience and loot, I will tell you how to make it even more insane, and I bet you will walk out of this video by learning something that you didn't know before. We have a chunky one ahead of us, so without any further ado, let's begin. First of all, to those of you who haven't been around, what are Hunter Rumors? This is just a fancy word for, let's say, contract or task, where a member of the Hunter Guild will ask you to hunt a specific creature until you find what they call a rare creature part. And you will bring it back to them for additional experience and a looting bag containing a lot of hunter-related goodies. So, simply put, they are to Hunter what a task is for Slayer and a contract is for farming. The only thing you really need to interact with this content is the quest The Children of the Sun to access Valimor, and at least a level 46 Hunter for the lowest tier of Hunter Rumors. When you level up to 91, you need to complete a quest called At First Light, which will unlock Master Tier Rumors, which is by far the best way to train. I'm not going to go over every single item here because I will tell you what you need for each creature later, so just rest in graceful when you start, and bring teleports to the areas we will be talking about next. One item I will quickly go over though is the Quetzal Whistle. After you complete 10 Rumors, go up the rope in the Hunter Guild and talk to the guy next to the Quetzals for basic blueprints. You will be able to create your own, which you need to charge by bringing some of the new meat to the same guy to charge it, and will teleport you to the Hunter Guild. After 100 and 250 Rumors, he will give you blueprints for the Enhanced and Perfected Whistle, which hold 20 and 50 charges respectively. You can instead buy the blueprints from other players and charge them with meat going up different tiers. You can also right-click to see what your current rumor is. Now let's go over the backbone of how to make this activity more tolerable by blocking creatures you are not really a fan of. If you right-click and talk to each of the hunters, you will notice that there's no option to explicitly block a task like we do for Slayer Masters. But we are going to use this assignment mechanic to our advantage. Whatever level you are, you can actually use multiple hunters at once, and each will ask you to hunt a different creature. If you talk to Hunter A, and they tell you to hunt, let's say, a saber-toothed coyote, if you talk to another hunter that is able to assign these, he or she will not be able to give you the same rumor that is currently active for another hunter. If you go to the wiki and search Hunter Rumors, scroll down just a little bit, and you will be able to see every single creature that all 6 hunters can assign. You have 1 for Novice, 2 for Adept, 2 for Expert, and finally 1 for Master. Oddly enough, both Adept and Expert Hunters are able to assign different creatures, the only exception being Expert Hunters, since the only difference is that one of them cannot assign Pyrofoxes. I am going to explain my train of thought when going over what creatures I blocked for my Master Tier Rumors, and it will naturally make sense for all other Masters for you to block whatever you don't want to deal with. Basically, whatever creature you don't like hunting, see if another hunter is able to assign those. If this is the case, ask the lower tier hunter for a rumor, and complete them until you get the creature you don't like. Thanks to this, the hunter you will be using cannot assign the aforementioned creature, acting like a soft block list, and you can do this for any creature that multiple hunters are able to assign. On April 3rd, the Master Tier Hunter is not able to assign Pyrofoxes, but I will explain how I did my preferred block list prior to this update. The creatures I personally don't like in the Master Tier Rumors are Pyrofoxes, Salamanders, and Sunlight Antelopes. What I did was asking the Novice Hunter for Rumors until he assigned Red Salamanders. I then moved up to the Adept level Rumor Hunters until one of them assigned the Pyrofoxes. And finally, I asked an Expert Tier Hunter for Rumors until I was assigned Sunlight Antelopes. Because of how Rumors work, having Red Salamanders, Pyrofoxes, and Sunlight Antelopes assigned by other hunters, my Master Tier Hunter is not able to assign those in the rare occasion that I want to go back to any of them. And my Rumors now only consist of Red Chinchampas, Sunlight Moths, Dashing Cabbits, Moonlight Moth, Teku Salamander, herbivore, and finally moonlight antelope. I did this because pyre foxes were absolutely terrible to hunt because you're only able to set up one trap at a time. For red salamanders, you can only have 4 traps, and they're not huge experience per hour. And sunlight antelope because these wander around too much and makes you waste a lot of time. The other creatures are a combination of fast catches, good experience, and a decent profit if you keep their loot. Now, what happens if every single hunter has a task that you simply don't want to do? Talk to Hunt's master guildman behind the bar and ask him for a brand new rumor. After you completed his new assignment, every single hunter will have the rumor reset, and you're able to either block creatures again, or simply use whatever master you want with a brand new task. One final thing to mention is that you can talk to the guild scribe Verity, also behind the bar, to enable the option to get back-to-back rumors. Use this at your own risk, since you could get back-to-back terrible tasks, but with a proper block list like mine, you can get back-to-back herbivore, dashing cabbit, and moonlight antelope, just to mention a few. From here on out, I will give you live commentary with a small explanation of where and how to catch each creature efficiently, and finally we will talk about experience and the loot you can expect from each tier of hunter rumors. Now before we continue, a very quick explanation of my equipment. Until you have the full hunter gear, just wear it graceful because you're going to be doing a lot of running, and you don't want to wear gloves in case you hunt for the cabbits in the falconry pit. This makes it just a little bit faster. Wear your bone crusher necklace to get rid of every single bone that you catch or that you get whenever you catch any creature. If you don't have the money for a ring of endurance, just don't worry about that one. However, for the razorback cabbit, just in case you get it, which is the worst one that you do by hunting it with a noose wand, you want to use a ring of pursuit because that has a 25% chance of completely revealing the entire track. Other than this, from the loot, you're also able to get the Huntsman kit, and I personally don't like this because even though you can store some tools in there, you can't really store a knife, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, technically it's a hunter tool, so honestly, I just prefer grabbing everything and then switch it up every time I get a task. So, that being said, let's continue. At level 19, you can catch tropical wagtails south of the Feldeb Hunter area. Just go ahead and drop your bird snare, and you can set it up again for even more. Not a lot you can do about these ones. You can set 2-3 traps at once, but these are fairly spread apart. You have to be pretty patient. You need level 23 to catch wild cabbits in the Piscatores Hunter area. Just go ahead and set a deadfall with your logs, knife, and if you want, also grab your axe for extra logs. And again, you can only set one of these traps at once, as we will see with future boulder traps. At level 25, you can catch sapphire glacies or 34 without using a butterfly net and a butterfly jar. All you can do is catch them. I recommend the NPC marker to highlight all of them because they're pretty difficult to see, and you want to hang out near their respawn because these are even farther apart than the tropical wagtails, and I would honestly just suggest to camp one of them and just hope for the best for that rare creature part. At level 29, you can catch swamp lizards, go to Canifis, and then head through the exit northeast. You are then going to run south, and here you will find an area to set up to 3 traps at once. And again, these ones are not as bad, but the fact that there are not as many traps available makes it a little bit slower. For spined Larupias, I recommend finding the Larupia that spawns right here, because when you set up your trap, jump over it, and then when the Larupia is dumb enough to fall for the trap, what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk in this tile, remove the trap, set it up right away, and then one click away, and then you're ready to hunt once again. This is why I recommend just setting up one of the traps instead of going around finding as many as possible, because this is going to be much, much faster. We are staying at the Feldeb Hunter area to catch barb-tailed cabbits, and just like before, these are deadfall traps, nothing you can do about it, only one trap set up at once, and all you can do is cope and cry about it. At level 35, we have Snowy Nights in the Polar Hunter area of Relica, and just like the previous butterfly, all I personally recommend is catch one and just camp one of the spots because it is going to be a lot easier, more chill, and honestly, just a lot better than trying to go for both of them that, again, are pretty spread apart. Man, you really gotta wonder if Jagex thought this was fun when they were designing Hunter back in, what, 2006? Because In the Pescatores Hunter area, you have prickly kevits, and again, deadfall traps. These are not a lot of fun, but we don't have much of these to go. A new creature coming into Galenor at level 31, we have Ember-tailed Jerboas, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Grab your box traps, for which you need Eagle Speak, of course, that's important to mention. And yeah, just grab them for you to grab these Jerboa tails that you can sell at the Grand Exchange. Does anyone remember training rune crafting through nature runes with horned grahaks back in the day? But we are going to use this for Hunter, and I recommend doing the same abuse as Larupius. Just go ahead and find a grahak that is going to spawn near a trap, go ahead and grab the remains, set up the trap, and then tease it once again, and then repeat this, because as always, it is just better to focus on one trap, in my personal opinion. A recent update made it so you can pay Matthias 500 KGP to use the Falcon whenever you want. All you need to do is come here without anything in your hands, anything in your glove slot, and then you're going to use the option Quick Falcon. If you don't pay, as long as you have money in your inventory, this is going to happen. And the first creature we are going to do this with are going to be spotted kevits. I recommend hanging out in the western part of the pit, because you're going to have this one accessible, and then you can catch either these ones, and these are going to respawn extremely quickly, so you can grab them as fast as possible. This is definitely one of the best tasks you can hope for. However, one of the worst ones in my personal opinion are Black Warlocks, because I had a terrible experience on stream where I was hunting these for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I was just not getting them. Hang out in the same spot as Spine Larupias, the kebits that we have seen in the Failed Hunter area, and these ones, just as always, and all of the butterflies, I recommend just camping one spot. If they come closer together, you can go for two, but honestly, just stay in one place. Southeast of Shanty Pass is where you can find the orange salamanders, which you can catch at level 47. There are 3 spots here and 4 spots south, but this one is occupied. And if you're gonna stay here for longer, I recommend bringing water skins so you don't take damage because of desert heat. Without a shadow of a doubt, the absolute worst contract that you can get is Razorback the Kevet at level 49. You want to be wearing an item called a Ring of Pursuit, and then you're going to inspect one of these burrows, if that's even how you call it. And then you're basically going to track the kebbit around, and where the direction is, you basically have to hunt for the bushes, and then hope that they reveal the next area. And then when you make it to the final spot, as you can see, this is basically 2006 Herbivore, which to be quite honest with you, again, this is another thing that I don't really think Jagex playtested. Sometimes, as you can see, there is not going to be anything near this place, and then you just basically have to try your luck at the closest bushes that you have. And this is by far going to be the longest thing that I'm going to have to explain, because this is absolutely terrible. I don't think Jagex is going to change it anytime soon, but then look at this. It's even a little bit misleading because it looks like the kebbit is going, farther. However, if you use a news wand on the bush that's next to those things, then you are going to grab the kebbit, and you're gonna have to do that for every time that you get one of these. If you get these ones, I 100% recommend you skip them, never do them in your life. Another creature that gives me severe PTSD, because this is why my expert hunter contract testing went pretty bad, is the saber-tooth kebbit. Go to the same polar area, northeast of Relica, and then set these up for just one of them at once. If you get these, my condolences. Directly south of the Fairy Ring in the Pescatores Hunter area, you are going to find Grey Chinchompas. Just like the Ember-tailed Jerboa, you need Eagle Speak to use box traps, and these are super chill to catch. Not really anything special about these. We can abuse the same mechanic with a Saber-tooth Kayet, and you can grab one of the spawns that we have with this monster, sit down by the way, and then, I just called it monster, and you're just gonna loop around to grab the stuff, drop it, and then grab it for the pitfall trap. So you can, do this until you get a special creature part. Back to the Falcon Pit, at level 57 you can catch Dark Kebbits. This is actually something I included in my 2023 Hunter Guide, and all you need to do is go near the Kebbits in the eastern part of the pit, and they are going to spawn super quickly for you to catch, grab their skin, and hopefully get the part ASAP. Southeast of the Hunter Guild at the Avium Savannah, we can catch Pyre Foxes at level 57. Just like all of these deadfall traps, absolutely hideous. I hope you get these ASAP. At level 59 we have red salamanders, and the best way to get here is by using the Orania teleport in the Lunar Spellbook. If you don't have it, you can simply use the the Battlefield of Khazard teleport in the Spirit Tree list, and you can make it here and catch at most 4 salamanders at once. Just the southwest of the Fairy Ring Code AKS, again for the Feldip Hunter area, you can catch red chinchompas at level 63. If you have the, I believe, a hard or elite Western diary, you're seeing it on screen, you can use the private hunter area, which is going to be a lot better, and you can catch many more chinchompas per hour. If you teleport to the hunter guild with your Quetzal Whistle, just south of that teleport spot, even though it's really not a teleport, you're going to find sunlight moths, and you can catch a ton of these per hour, and even if you go a little dry, it's really not going to be that long. You're basically going to be here for maybe no more than 5 minutes, because you can catch these at an extreme rate. And for the final ones related to kebits you can catch with falcons, you're gonna go to the southern part of the falconry pit, and again, I personally like to camp just one kebit. If I'm feeling, speedrunny, then I'm gonna go for both of them. But to be honest, this is so chill that I just stay here, click on them, and then grab my loot. For another one of the new creatures, we have the sunlight antelope, and it is the same process as all of the ones for these types of traps that we have seen before. These are normally a little more packed because these, are more commonly assigned by masters, and you can get the Sunfire Splinters, which make you a lot of GP. At level 75, you can catch moonlight moths in the basement of the Hunter Guild. I like to mark these spawns because this is where the moths are going to appear, and that is going to make it insanely fast. Just mark these and then click whenever they spawn. Boom, there you go. Catch 1, catch 2, catch 3, and the cycle repeats. This is another insanely quick one to get, even though the rare creature part is not as common. At level 79, you're able to catch Teku salamanders. Use your Quetzal Whistle to go to Camtorum entrance, which I believe is automatically unlocked, and then go southeast to set as many traps as possible, so you can catch many of these, and hopefully you get lucky at the mature Teku salamander. At level 80 Hunter, and with a Bone Voyage quest, you're gonna be able to catch the herbivore. Can I get lucky with this contract that it is actually my current task? No, we cannot. But simply, as always, if you know how to do herbivore, if you don't, go watch my previous hunter guide, which I'm going to be updating next. And then just, it's basically tracking in the modern era. Just follow all of these until you find the herbivore. And finally, for moonlight antelopes, instead of 1, I like to camp 2 of these traps, because this is actually not that spread apart, and you can take care of 2, set up the trap, and then take care of the other 2 while the others spawn, and then you're going to be able to do this also fast as heck. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed and you learned something useful. If you did, and if you want to enter our weekly bond giveaway, tell me what is your favorite hunter contract and why. Or if you want to tell me your least favorite, also tell me why. And if you include the term RSN in your comment along your RuneScape username, you will be entered in that bond giveaway draw that we do on Fridays or Saturdays. And if you win, I will give you a notification through your comment to, get in contact on Discord so I can give you the bond. A massive thank you to all my channel members for, giving me some dollars in order to feed my family through this amazing project that I love so much. Real thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you want to join this list of absolute giga chads, make sure to click the join button below if you're already subscribed to see all the cool benefits and perks you can get for a monetary pledge in the videos, in the live streams, and of course in the Discord. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, next week we are going to have our very last video surrounding updates in Valimor. Of course, until the release of part 2 and 3. Until then, I hope you have an amazing week, have an amazing day, amazing week, and I will see you then. Peace.